So heat 1 of 7 here. Lane 2, Abigail Ducat. Lane 3, Isla Todd. And lane 4, Rory Peterson. Backstroke, 2 laps. The only time you can roll over on your stomach is for that turn. When you roll over, you're allowed 1 freestyle stroke. No more than 1 freestyle stroke. Once you do that turn, it looks a lot like the freestyle turn because it is. It's the same turn. You push off on your back and stay on your back. In the lead here of heat 1 of 7 is Abigail Ducat with Pine Forest coming under the flags for her finish. She hits the wall at 40.86. Big time drop, 12 seconds for Abigail Ducat from Pine Forest. Second place, Isla Todd from Dunes West. And then in lane 4, finishing third, is Rory Peterson with Country Club of Charleston. I don't have the other mic. I'm sorry. Stay in this mic? Okay. Backstroke, obviously different because you're swimming on your back, but you're also starting. Backstroke different because you're starting on your, or swimming on your back, but also starting in the water. Other strokes you dive from the block. Heat 2, lane 2, Ella DeLay from Bell Hall. Lane 3, Lexi Leteau, Ashboro. Lane 4, Anna Poozer from Crowfield. Lane 5, Tegan Thomas from Ashboro. So again, going into this turn, they are allowed to roll over and take 1 freestyle stroke. The flags that you see on your camera at home, these are called backstroke flags. These are the most important for backstroke. So when a swimmer is on their back, how they cannot turn around and look for the wall is they know what's called their stroke count. They know how many strokes they need to take to get from the flags to the wall. 1, 2. That's lane 4, Anna Poozer with Crowfield coming under the flags. Let's see how she does on her finish. Lane 4 with 42.97, dropped about 2.5 seconds to win heat 2. Heat 3 coming up. With these backstroke flags, swimmers are going to have a different stroke count for their turn and then their finish. Because again, they're allowed to roll over early to take 1 freestyle stroke on that turn. Heat 3, lane 1, Lillian Tuminia from Chamelon. Lane 2, Natalie McGeorge, Fort Johnson. Lane 3, Caitlin Denkamp, Dunes West. 4, Corinne Crumpton, James Island. Lane 5, Peyton Hawkins, Somerville Y. And lane 6, Maria Hernandez from Chamelon. Looking at our swimmer, Corinne from James Island. Corinne Crumpton in lane 4. I had a chance to speak with her in the James Island tent before the meet started. She said she loves summer swimming in James Island because it's always a positive experience. Friends don't ever judge, and it's just such a good time. Well, you can tell she's having fun as she is in the lead, coming under the flags, tight with the Dunes West swimmer in lane 3. But it will be Corinne with James Island. Corinne Crumpton, 40.07. Heat 4 of 7, stepping in next.
Did you miss me, Tara?
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm back, not going anywhere for now. Unless someone tells me there's dinner in the parking lot. This is heat number 4 of 7 of the 50 backstroke. Stella Foster from Crowfield in 1. Louisa Jane from Park Shore in 2. Seda Emerson from Long Point in 3. Anna Yance from James Island in 4. Ruby Straight from Park Shore in 5. Paige Madgwick from Somerville Y in 6. Tara, backstroke starts are a little tricky, and when you talk about how they're the only ones you don't dive, you have to be especially careful when you have kind of slick pads. These pads can be a little slick. You got to make sure you're not pulling up too high.
But you still want to be able to get your bottom over the water, so you don't want to arc over the water on your backstroke start the way you would any other start.
You just have to push in instead of out, or instead of up for it to work out. In lane 1, getting the win there, that is Stella Foster from Crowfield, 36.96. Second in lane 5 went to Ruby Straight from Park Shore.
Yeah, Lindsay!
And most swimmers at this age, talking about stroke count and using those backstroke flags, they're probably looking at taking 4 to 5 strokes inside the flags. the longer a swimmer swims,
I
you really
think
don't
some of them like 6 at this point.
You think so?
Probably. At
The
12,
longer
11
you
and 12.
swim, though, it becomes more of a feeling, and you can tell the distance from the flags. You don't even have to count. You just know when the wall is there.
It's weird, but as a backstroker, that's actually pretty accurate. You just kind of get used to it. This is going to be heat number 5 with Lily Harriman from Coosaw Creek in 1, Annabelle Ward from Coosaw Creek in 2, Chesney Bennett from Northbridge in 3, Natalie Watts from Pine Forest in 4, Emma Burkhoff from Legend Oaks in 5, and Ashlyn McConnell from Legend Oaks in lane 6. Battle here in the middle of the pool. Chesney Bennett, she's not tall, but she can move her arms. She's trying to get by Natalie Watts from Pine Forest, and it will be Chesney Bennett in 34.80, so a drop of more than a second for her.
Chesney
Watts takes
Bennett,
second.
great finish. She knew her stroke count. She didn't have to slow her tempo. Again, tempo is your hand speed. She did not have to slow her tempo coming into that finish. She flew right by that other swimmer.
She's a gymnast. She's athletic.
And willing to take a risk going in blind. She probably does backflips on a balance beam.
See, Tara, I wouldn't do that. I bet you wouldn't either. Couldn't get, those high platforms the divers go off of, wouldn't do it. Kate Allison from Sneak Farm in 1, Elizabeth Kelly in lane 2 for Hobcoff, Valerie Kowalski from Daniel Island in 3, Nia Brown from Shadow Moss in 4, Lindsay Gunn from Sneak Farm in 5, and Lily Mae Crosby from Newington in lane 6.
Okay, in addition to hand speed on this backstroke, you still got to have a strong motor behind you, that strong kick, but you don't want it too big. You don't want your knees out of the water. You want nice, small, fast kicks.
Time to beat is 34.80. Top 5 swimmers in this heat should beat that pretty easily. And the win in lane number 4, Nia Brown at 33.44.
Great finishes from all of them. You will see some of the more advanced swimmers as they take their last stroke into the wall on the finish, they'll dive back. They'll submerge their whole head and upper body and kick their feet up. Just another strategy to get into the wall faster.
Final heat of the 50 backstroke, Lily Burnett from Northbridge, your freestyle winner in 1. Caroline Wilson from Newington in 2. Courtney Tedesco from Shadow Moss in 3. Cecilia Ford, who had that great relay lead off and got second in free, she's in 4. Kennedy DeVoe from Hobcaw in 5, and Ellie Chalupsky from Daniel Island in lane 6.
Now you got to be be careful on that finish. If you are going to dive back, you have to have something out of the water. You cannot submerge your whole body underwater.
Exactly. Cecilia Ford in lane 4, leading the way. Courtney Tedesco is next to her from Shadow Moss. And it is going to be in 30.73. Cecilia Ford getting the win in that event. Second went to Tedesco in 31.04. And in third, that was lane 1, Lily Burnett.
All right, hoping to get a word with Cecilia Ford, winner of the 11-12 girls backstroke. Hey, Cecilia.
50 yard backstroke. Take your mark.
Hi, Cecilia. Cecilia Ford here with Country Club of Charleston, winning the 11-12 girls backstroke. Congratulations.
Thank you.
David, we were watching your relay split on the mixed medley relay, and we knew you were going to have a big race. Did you feel confident after that relay?
Yes, because I have the same, so I have a friend on my same year-round team, and we were like, we should tie for first, and I tried to pull out and get her, but.
That is great that y'all have that friendly competition. Is that Courtney Tedesco over at Shadow Moss?
Yes.
Great race by both of you. What's your year-round team?
Smart.
Oh my gosh, Coach Michael, I hope you're watching at home again. Your swimmers are doing awesome. Congratulations, Cecilia.
Thank you.
Real quick in the first heat of backstroke, Grayson Johnson from Pine Forest in 1. Jose Guevara from Coosaw in 3. Your winner was Matthew McBrearty from Ashboro in 4. Second was Raiden Wynn from Somerville Y in 4. And Jay Hugley from Country Club in 5.
Oh, I need to tell her. On the air? Probably not. Now, talking about going back to the backstroke starts. So far I've seen all swimmers use the bars on the block, but you can also start with your hands on the wall. And there have been, was it Janie Wagstaff? There have been some American records set.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Swimmers using the wall and not the block.
So what some of the swimmers are doing, we'll see this a lot with the 8-9ers tomorrow. You check out Andres Jacquemy from Northbridge there in lane 2. he has a coach holding legs because the bars are a little high. A little tricky to do it off the wall here just because of the touch pads. You don't want to pull the pads off the wall. But hey, do what works for you. In lane 1, in this heat 2, we have Henson Norvell from Country Club. In 2, that's Andres Jacquemus, just 9 years old, swimming up because it was the best option for his team. Mark Wimberly from Newington is in 3. Hayes Marchant from Park Shore in 4. Bradley Seibert from Ashboro in 5. And Preston Lovin in lane 6 for Crowfield.
Wow, that 9-year-old from Northbridge is doing great. He's hanging in there. Newington in those pink shark caps.
Mark Wimberly from Newington looks like he has the lead in this heat. He's going to win this one.
All right, Mark Wimberly, I didn't know that was him. I wonder if that's after his dad, Mark Wimberly, CCAA swimmer, growing up in the Somerville area, big swimming family.
39.8 for Mark Wimberly. He wins the heat. Jacquemus takes second, drops about 3 seconds from his seat time.
Mark's uncle Jason swam at Florida. They've got swimming in their blood. Very talented swimmers in that family.
We go to Coach Tara for the historical perspective.
I have a lot of history at my age.
Tara's been swimming in Charleston for a long time. She will forever hold several, at least a couple city records in short course meters, which this is obviously a short course yards competition, so she still has the record, still on the CCAA website. Set back in 2004, right, Tara? 2004.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure, I'm that young.
Heat 3, lane 1, Terry James from Legend Oaks. 2 is Xander Evangelista from Crowfield. 3, Connor Hughes from Shadowmoss. 4, Sullivan Hardy from Newington. 5 is Sawyer Quartermus from Long Point. And in 6 is Aiden Denkamp from Dunes West.
David hit on something about the city meet being, used to be held in a 25-meter pool. We'll talk a little bit more about pool sizes and odd pool lengths and Olympic pool lengths later on.
We will. 25 yards, the most common in here in the United States. And in lane 3, getting the win there, that's Connor Hughes in 38-39.
Good swim, fellas. Please clear the pool. P4, step in.
Heat 4, that's Benjamin Gladwell from Chamalon in 1. 2 is Aiden Lynch from Daniel Island. 3 is Landon Berghorf from Legend Oaks. 4, Evan Astle from Fort Johnson. 5, Austin Knight from Northbridge. And in 6, that's Joseph Terry from Long Point.
So talking about pool length, false start here. Swimmer in lane 3 left early.
And he hasn't come up and heard it yet. So the way a false start works in Summer League is you get 2 chances. Each swimmer gets 2 chances. In year-round competition now, once you false start, you're done. An individual event here, you're going to get 2 chances. False start charge to lane 3. So if he does it again, he's out. But he is good for now.
Now, back in the olden days, there were international competition and, national competition. You were allowed to, but it really can be a mental aspect of the game. Someone can false start on purpose and really throw off another swimmer's game. So I think it was the right choice to make it 1 false start and you're out.
But in Summer League, especially these younger kids, give them margin for error. But no, I mean, it's 100%. Swimmers have done that, where they intentionally false start to psych out their competition.
I don't think Landon from Legend Oaks did not look like he intentionally did that. He's just excited to swim.
And good for him.
Asher, yeah.
There goes that turn. You're allowed that 1 freestyle stroke. It's a freestyle turn, push off on your back. You really want to hold that streamline coming to the surface and try not to pull your arms by your side.
It looks like that is Landon Berghorf. He have the false start. He's going to win this one in 36-61.
Good swim, guys. Please clear the pool.
Second there was Evan Astle, and Aiden Lentz was third. In heat number 5, lane 1, Baker Evans from Daniel Island. 2 is Joshua Block from Somerville Y. 3, Christopher Thomas from James. 4, Thomas Billings from Shadowmoss. John Lynch from Sneak Farm. 6, Tyler Nelson from Country Club.
Looking at this tempo, this hand speed on these swimmers, great job. It looks like everyone in this heat also has a good kick behind them. We mentioned earlier you want a small, fast kick. You don't want your knees above the water. If you think about it, we do not march when we walk. We don't bend our knees that much when we walk. You don't want to do that when you kick.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I do. No, kicking definitely is about speed there. Flying breasts, much more of a propulsive motion than here in backstroke. It's just about go. And winning that heat, there is Christopher Thomas in 32.99, drops almost 2 seconds from his best time.
Oh, coming up in this next heat in lane 3, our top seed is Wells Cloud. He was our winner in the 11-12 boys 50 freestyle and record setter, right?
He was 29.48. Going to be a tough task for him to get the record here. The record belongs to J.D. Hafner, who we'll see from Newington tomorrow, 28.26. So about a second faster than Wells' seed time. Zane Rancer from Shyamalan in 1. Asher Huggins from Sneak Farmers in 2. Colby Schleier from Hobcon in 4. His teammate Jamison Golden in 5. And Michael Sipola from Park Shores in lane 6. And look at Wells Cloud go. I think we know who's going to win this race.
Yeah, it is a race for second right now. That turn makes the difference. Who can come on with the most power? Also, when you're coming to the surface, you want to get those hands moving right away. Breathe second. Hands move first, then worry about your breath.
Wells Cloud in 28.86, so just off the record. Looked like Colby Schleier was second, Asher Huggins was third. As we finish up with backstroke, we're moving right on through tonight.
Hoping to get a word again with Wells Cloud, winner of 2 individual events. That is the maximum amount of individual events. Aside from the IM, you're allowed
Exactly.
to swim. Congratulations again, Wells. You were right on J.D. Hafner's record. So is this a swimmer that you know?
Yes.
Now, so do you all have some conversations beforehand about you were gunning for those records?
No, I haven't seen him in a really long time.
Nice guy?
Yes.
I know he's a really good swimmer, so you were doing an amazing job winning 2 individual events. What else do you have tonight?
I have the IM and the free relay.
Are you doing the acre on the free relay?
Yes.
That should be exciting to watch. Go get something to eat, and we'll see you for the IM. Thanks, Wells.